5, 4, 3,
2, 1. I'm back.
Good
morning.
Wait.
Good morning.
It is, I don't know what today is.
Today's Tuesday.
Tuesday night for us. Tuesday night for us. Wednesday morning for you guys. Do you guys know what that means?
It's Bible study.
Bible study tonight. Are
we studying something new?
Yes, every single Wednesday, 7 o'clock. It's the only time you get to be interactive unless we happen to go live sporadically. But for the most part, the only time you can be interactive with us. Why? Because the daily devotionals, we pre-record them. Mm-hmm. And Sunday sermon, when I'm preaching, I can't be interactive with you.
Yesterday you went live, I saw.
For 2 hours.
I know. You guys just got to hear my voice. I was working in the office, so that was really cool.
Yeah, that was kind of fun, but I'm not doing 2-hour ones anymore.
They were pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was fun. I got to just join in my voice, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I tripped out, man. So many people have questions, and I guess it makes it kind of like a little
Q&A type of thing.
Yeah. Plus, they're talking to each other.
That was fun, though. It was fun.
Yeah. So, you haven't been in the devotional for a couple of days.
2 days, babe. Really?
Well, it's a big 200 days because you missed 500.
I know. Can we celebrate 500 now, though, guys?
So this is actually 501 because yesterday's it was just a little 5-minute thing.
Okay.
So this is 501.
Yeah.
501 of these devotionals that we do.
That's awesome, guys. You know, David said something to me that it was so funny because he's all, do you remember what you said to me when we first got together? And I'm like, no, what? What did I tell you?
Well, you knew I had the YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. Because I started the YouTube channel 2011, and so by the time I met you...
You were doing all these little, like, he was doing his Bible studies and all kinds of things, and I would just
I was recording music videos for a lot of Christian rappers. I was doing a lot of stuff. And you're like, I don't remember exactly how you said it, but you said, listen, I am not going to be in front of a camera. I don't want to be in front of the camera. That's your thing.
I will never do it.
Yeah, I'll never do it. I want nothing to do with that. Yeah, look now, 501 videos later.
Like, seriously, guys, I seriously told him, it ain't gonna happen. I will not do it. I will never do it. I'm not a YouTube person.
And I never asked her to because of that, right?
Never did it.
And here's what's funny is if you go back to Relevant Bible Talk number 1.
It was you by yourself.
It was me by myself. And then the second one, you would chime in off camera. And then the third one, you kind of popped your head in. And now, pues, you're right there stuck. So
now you guys are stuck with me. So deal with it, all right?
Yeah. So this is what we do, guys. And hopefully, if you're new to the channel, hopefully you liked it. I think I want to do, first of all, I really enjoyed doing the interview.
Yeah. That
was really fun. So I think everybody liked it. So I'm going to do some more. And maybe I could get you to do some, and the lives. That was kind of fun too.
I ain't scared.
Doing the lives with you guys, that was really fun, So I think we're going to, just be a little bit more open, honestly, from now on. Not a whole lot, man. We want a life, but I think to be a little more open, because I realized I didn't realize until yesterday's live that even though we're literally uploading a video every single day, from one thing or another, it's very I don't know what the word is. Like, we're doing a devotional, so you can't answer back.
Yeah.
I'm doing a Bible study, so it's only about that Bible study. I'm doing a sermon, and like you had said, a lot of people had questions.
Yeah. Well, I told him, I said, sometimes it's easier when you have somebody, live, because sometimes we have questions, and sometimes it's easier to get to know somebody when you have them there, at that moment. And even if it's a silly question or just a comment that we want to make, just to get an expression from someone in that moment, I think it's important. Mm-hmm. Because even though we can't see you, it's the interaction. Mm-hmm. And I think that's important. I really, really loved when we went to Arizona.
Yeah.
For instance, when we went to Arizona, to Phoenix, Arizona.
A month ago, I think.
Yeah, we went a month ago. And man, you guys, I will tell you, just being able to meet a lot of the people that have been with us, our family, that we have been engaging with through our YouTube channel and everything, we got to meet so many people. And I think that was just one of the most, to me personally, David can speak for himself, but for me personally, I was just so humbled. I mean, humbled in a way where I don't, there's just no words to express, because I'm just like, Lord, you know, the humility that was brought forth from my heart, I was just like, wow, Lord, you know, I didn't realize that somebody like me, you know, I was a mom at 14. I was just this broken woman who had 4 kids at such a young age, who lived such a hard life, can even say one word that can encourage somebody or even speak life to somebody. And for somebody to say, you know, Sister Sharon, some of the words that you've said, you know, has encouraged me. And for me to be like, me, you know, like, you know, I can actually encourage somebody. That's what humbled me so much, you know, and to know that we can, that the Lord can use this little thing here to be able to reach others. And that's what's amazing, guys, you know, that we can do that for one another, and being live even more so. It's like being able to just interact back and forth is what's really awesome.
I was really surprised. I was trying not to show it, guys, because that live yesterday was the first live I've ever done that went past 100 subscribers. I don't think you guys know that by the time I ended it, there was 900 and something views. So when you see that little number, that's only subscribers, not people coming in. It's only the subscribers. That's what a lot. Remember, we didn't know that until Tony A explained that to us.
Yeah, we didn't know. We don't know about a lot of those little things.
Yeah.
You know.
So yeah, man, that was really cool. So, but we did want to get into some scripture here, and it has to do everything with, as you guys know, maybe don't know. We mentioned yesterday that we have a prison ministry. Prison ministry is a little different than what you think. Most churches that say they have a prison ministry, it's maybe they have chaplains that visit jails, visit prisons, or whatever. Ours is something that I took it from something that happened with me. Was when I was in county, somebody had told me that there's a church that transcribes the sermons and sends them free if you request it. Mm-hmm. You know, and I signed up. You know, it was a church out of Livermore, and man, I looked forward every single week for my envelope, because whatever was preached on that Sunday, I would get it like a week later, you know, and it made it feel like I was there. I've never seen anything like that before. I've never heard of anything like that ever since then. And then I brought it up to you, and you have a brother that's serving 25 years.
Yeah.
So I forgot how did it happen? Did it just...
Well, I think, you know, when you mentioned it to me, I think that really moved me, because of the fact, you know, of my brother being in there for so long. And then, you know, with the whole COVID and everything taking place.
Oh yeah, they couldn't get there was no
chaplains or anybody going in to see
volunteers,
them or anything.
No pastors, nothing.
So with all that, I think that was just kind of like even more of a push, that we were like, you know what, we need to get the word in there. We needed to do that. And then, you know, I think people just started, you know, saying, well, you know what, I'll buy stamps. And people started sending us some stamps and everything. And I think it just brought an excitement to my...
Sister Lydia showed up with some reams of paper.
Reams of paper and some envelopes, you know, and stuff that had been donated to her. And then, you know, we had some people, you know, donate to the prison ministry. And then Alfonso ended up buying... you know, purchasing his books online for some of the inmates as well. And then your book got sent out to them. And, you know, here's the thing. We have now, after counting today, I was going through the files, you know, and everything, because I have my own little system that I've built for me we have had a total of 123 inmates that these letters have gone out to, and no, hold on.
Oh, the letters.
Yes, that the letters have gone out to, and out of those 123, 34 took the faith, stepped out on faith, and said, I want to be part of this ministry. And our prayers are that the rest, will step out on faith, and they will want to continue receiving those sermons.
Yeah.
Because we send those sermons out to them, and for us to continue to send the sermons, they have to want it.
Yeah. There's one thing that I was telling Sharon, I had explained this to you, early on. I said, just because a loved one out here wants our sermons sent to their loved one that has a 10-year sentence every week, think about the stamps of that, right? And if they send one because this person, really loves that person, they send them the sermons, and let's say that person doesn't even want them. They could care less about Christianity, whatever. That's a lot of money that House of Rest does not have. We don't got it like that. So we thought the first sermon has a letter saying, if you like this, fill this out, saying you want these every week and send it back to us. Mm-hmm. Because that way we could find a way, because there was no way. Can you imagine? And sometimes we have high hopes for our loved ones in prison, and they could care less. They crumble it up, throw it away.
Yeah. And
that could get really expensive. So that's why we created the system where they have to request it after the first one.
Well, at one point we had close to 43, but we've had some that have been released already. Mm-hmm. We have some that are out on parole already. So once they're out on parole, once they've been released, we actually take them out of the list, and we remove them. And man, we're blessed to hear that they're out, and everything. So they get moved to a different tier, and then we keep, sending them out to the ones that, have sent their notice back. Yeah. But then we also have some that actually share that with someone else, and we have others that write us and say, listen, I found out that you guys are doing, the transcribed prison ministry. Can you put me on your list, please? And immediately we put them on, because somebody has shared it within the prison as well. Also, what we also have is somebody that is receiving it, and they're giving Bible study within the prison with what they're receiving. They're forming groups within the prison with those sermons, and they're doing their own study and sharing it with others. So we're getting these stories, some amazing stories of what's being done. But I think that this is what's going to go into...
Well, real quick before we get into the scripture, if you have a loved one, go to our website and go to the prison ministry, and there's a form that you can fill out. And as long as they're in federal prison, state prison, county jail, fire camp, whatever, any incarceration, have them fill out that form on the website, which you see right there. And let's get them some spiritual food.
Yeah. Right now is a really good time, guys, because right now they are receiving a full packet for the last month, because when we were out from COVID and everything, we actually are sending them the whole month from when we were out, and they're receiving all of that at once. So they're going to get a good, nice little package of everything from that month and for this last month. So they're going to be getting a good amount of transcripts. So make sure you guys put their name in if you do have a loved one that would like to receive that. It's going to keep them busy, that's for sure, and they're going to be blessed by it.
So somebody might ask, why is this important to you? And we want to get into some scripture here in the Gospel of Matthew. This is what this channel is about. This is what Relevant Bible Talk is we go to the text of the Bible, talk about the context of it, and how is that relevant to me? And that's the problem with a lot of churches. You go in there and you're like, okay, that's cool. I learned about David and Goliath. What does that have to do with me today? So we're all about making this word relevant to us now. So Matthew chapter 25, starting at verse, 34?
Yeah, we can start with 34. And let's go all the way to 40.
Okay. It says, then the king will say to those on his right hand, come, you blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me food. This is Jesus talking. For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in. I was naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came to me. Then the righteous will answer him, saying, Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you drink? When did we see you a stranger and take you in, or naked and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and come to you? And the king will answer and say to them, assuredly I say to you, inasmuch as you did it to one of the least of these my brethren, you did it to me.
All right. So David reads out of the New King James, and I'll be reading out of the Message. Then the king will say to those on his right, enter, you who are blessed by my Father. Take what's coming to you in this kingdom. It's been ready for you since the world's foundation, and here's why. I was hungry, and you fed me. I was thirsty, and you gave me a drink. I was homeless, and you gave me a room. I was shivering, and you gave me clothes. I was sick, and you stopped to visit. I was in prison, and you came to me. Then those sheep are going to say, Master, what are you talking about? When did we ever see you hungry and feed you, thirsty and give you a drink? And when did we ever see you sick or in prison and come to you? Then the king will say, I'm telling the solemn truth. Whenever you did one of these things to someone overlooked or ignored, that was me. You did it to me.
So you get the gist of what he's saying. The Lord is like, when you do something for somebody, you're doing it for me. Yeah. You know, and this is why, guys. This is why we do this, because how it says it in the very end in 40. I don't know where 40 is.
Here. Whenever you did one of these.
Yeah, whenever you did one of these things to someone that's overlooked or ignored, that was me. You did it to me. You know, a lot of times people say, well, they did their crimes, just let them rot in jail. Here's the problem. They're not going to rot in jail. Probably 90% of people have a release date. They're going to not rot in jail. They might rot and become violent, and then they're going to come out to your neighborhood, your city, around your family, around your house. And here's the thing. So it is our problem.
It is.
You know, it's weird how in other countries outside of the United States, prisons are meant to rehabilitate and help people better their life. And some of them are not even as advanced as we are as a country. But we hardly do that. We just stick them in a box, expect them to be on timeout, and then come out and be better. It doesn't work that way. Usually, it doesn't work that way. You know, so when Jesus says, those that are forgotten, those that are rejected, he says, when you do something for them, you're doing it to me. You know, and I thank God for so many different ministries. You know, the ministry Eli has. Do you have him on your Facebook?
No, but I talked to him on Sunday.
Yeah, Eli, he's a brother. He's a fellow author. Actually, we're going to re-release his book. He wants us to help him revamp it, upgrade it, and re-release it. Amazing book. He was, I can't even tell you his story. It's so much. But he used to be the guy talking to himself on the side of the street. That was him. He was the one living under the bridge. So what does he do now? He goes to the down and out. There's this place right here in Stockton, a few blocks from here. It's literally, it looks like a third world country. You know, and he goes there. He was actually there today, you know, and he goes and ministers and helps. If he has food, he takes food. If he has clothes, he takes clothes, you know, things like that, you know. And why? Because when he does it to them, he's doing it for the Lord.
Yeah.
You know, and it doesn't, see, when you read this, it doesn't mean that you have to go do all these things. God has many parts. We're all parts of his body, correct?
Yeah.
You know, we're all many parts of the body. So some of us, he's going to have to feed those that are hungry, clothe those that are naked, visit those that are in prison. And together collectively, this is why the church has to be together collectively.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't really like when some churches are, oh, we're all about the homeless, but we don't care about the inmates. Oh, we're all about the inmates. It should be everyone collectively, because what happens is God raises up people to have passions for each of those ministries. That way it gets fulfilled.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a little challenging when you have a smaller church like ours, you know, but you do what you can. You know, we have a Sister Esther.
Yeah.
She can't feed, 100 people.
Yeah.
What
she
do her,
could feed 10.
What do her and her husband
15.
do?
Yeah, they would make sandwich bags or something small.
Or hygiene bag. Remember
Mm-hmm.
she got purses and filled them with hygiene?
Filled them up with hygiene, and she would go out and give hygiene bags.
Yeah,
and
she's not like, oh, well, there's a few thousand homeless in Modesto, so I guess I won't do nothing until I can service all 1,000. No, she's like, I'm going to help 10 people. I'm going to help 5 people. You know, you help it at the capacity you can. And yeah, okay, there's thousands of inmates out there. And we're all happy because we have 30, 40 something we're sending out. But those are 30 or 40 souls. And it's just going to grow. You know, we serve at the capacity that we're able to.
Yeah. I grew up with a lot of those programs, you know.
Yeah.
I went through a lot of those programs, guys. You know, I was homeless with my kids for quite some time, you know, and it's not a secret or anything like that. I came from that life, you know, and I went from one place to another, and I ended up in motels, and you know, that is part of my testimony. So I learned to cook very, very good because I went through those moments of not having. So I think when you go through those moments, you learn to appreciate so many things in life. And I think that's why my kids kind of learned to strive for more, is because they had to go through that in life. And there's so many programs that I learned about. You know, there was, Friends of the Family back in Southern California, El Nido, the Salvation Army, just some amazing programs out there that I went through, and I'll tell you that I'm grateful for those programs, because those were programs, even the police departments offered, programs for women who went through the physical abuse, that offered protection for women when they went through that, and for the domestic violence and everything. And there's just a lot of things out there. And I think if people really, really, truly want change, if they want that, they're out there.
Yeah.
But the thing is that people have to make choices in their lives to want it in order to have change,
Yeah.
because they're out there. They're definitely out there, in order to want change.
Yeah. So guys, this is why this prison ministry is very important. And another thing that like, it, for me in the very beginning, before I brought it up to you, was, I'll be honest with you, man, a lot of times people will say, oh man, God got you out of prison, so I bet you can't wait to go back in and preach. I'm like, I don't want to go back in and preach. I don't want to see that place again. And people trip out. They just like assume because I was in prison that I want to go back and preach, and for the longest time I'm like, that's the last thing I want. I don't want to see that place anymore,
Mm-hmm.
But over the years, I that desire came back. Well, not came back, just kind of showed up, and I'm just like, and I tried inquiring a little bit, but because of the high profile case, whatever reason, I remember one chaplain, or the warden, whatever, right here in Atwater I was at, they didn't even call me back, just doors were closed, so I'm just like, okay.
Well, it's all in God's timing,
I'm like, okay, we got to come out of the box here. How can we, do I physically have to go in there to minister to them? And then that's when I remembered about the transcripts.
Mm-hmm.
And what better way, right? Because when you're incarcerated, first of all, I will tell you, man, when you hear your name called during mail call, that is the greatest thing, man. That is the greatest feeling. I've always told you that. It is like being in a room with stuffy air, and all of a sudden, boom, you get a fresh air breeze. And you just hear your name called. It's weird how even something small like that makes you feel important, makes you feel like you care. Because literally, when they start calling mail, everybody gathers.
You know what one of my happiest moments are, guys? Which I didn't even know, okay? But one of my happiest moments now so much is when I get a piece of mail that says indigent in it. Because I didn't know. David's the one that told me. And one time I got a piece of mail that said that.
Indigent, right?
Yeah. And I told him, what does this mean? He says, he doesn't have anybody that writes. What do you?
No, it means he has no money in his books.
He doesn't have no money in his books or anything. So what they do is they give him
like 1 or 2 envelopes,
mm-hmm.
the stamped envelopes, and then like a little toothpaste. Just the basics, you know.
Yeah.
They give you the basics. When you have no money for books, no nothing, they'll give you little bar of soap, like those little hotel soaps, a little tiny toothpaste,
Yeah.
two envelopes with stamps already on them.
Yeah, but there was this one that came one time, and I still didn't even know about it. I didn't even know what that stamp meant yet. And I remember opening the envelope, and I was reading it because these guys, they write us back. And I was reading it before even finding out what this was about. And I was reading it, and here is this person telling me that his parents had already passed, and he was the only one left in his family pretty much. And he had one brother who was also in prison, and he was going to be released. And they were the only two. They only had each other. And it had already broken me, guys. I was broken without even knowing anything about this indigent thing or whatever. And I was broken already. And then I gave it to David, and it touched his heart. But it touched his heart because he realized he had seen that mark, and it moved you.
He used his one...
He used his one envelope to write us.
To write us, yeah.
And I didn't realize that that's why it had touched his heart, because he said he has nobody.
Yeah, if you have a stamped envelope, that's money in there. You could literally get a few of those and trade it for a soup. You could trade it for a tuna pouch. You could trade it for, if you have enough, maybe get a haircut from somebody, because they'll be like, well, what do you got? Oh, I got these indigent letters. You know, I got 10 of them. Okay, I'll give you a haircut. That's money in there. And for him to send... to use it to write us.
And
I never even told you that, huh?
Yeah, I didn't even know that. But the thing is that he's already written us like maybe two times, 3 times. And that's like a huge deal. And you know what? We just decided to, without him knowing even the first time, we just decided to put, $100 on his books. And then we decided to send him a letter letting him know, hey, check your books,
Yeah, because if he doesn't have money, he wouldn't know to check. But it depends. Some facilities, every week before commissary, they give everybody receipts so you know your balance. But we don't know if he was...
Yeah, but we were just, we're just blessed, because we want to be a blessing, and we want to continue being a blessing to this person. And I know that we have 2 or 3 of them that mm-hmm. send us, like that. But man, sometimes this is what we receive, and we become like their family. They call us their family, because they feel like they're in service with us.
Yeah.
They talk about your fish tank. They talk about our cat. They talk about whatever it
is.
Stuff
I preach about.
Everything that he preaches about, they address us by name. They talk about Pastoral, about Lydia, about whatever's preached about, they mention it, like, how are you guys feeling, and... so how was service on this day? What's going on? Did you guys get that air conditioner yet? Mm-hmm. They will mention everything that we talk about.
Speaking of air conditioning, it got installed, guys.
Yes, it feels good.
All day Monday they came. It was a 2-man crew, the installers. They worked 8 hours, and then today, that's why you've been so tired and exhausted. And today they finished, I think, half day, huh?
You say it like we're the ones that put it in. We've been doing stuff at the church, guys.
Yeah, well, it's just having to be there, there that early, because the church is 45 minutes away. We had to be there by 8 in the morning. I had to be there 8 in the morning yesterday. Had to be there by 8 in the morning today.
You were there from 8 to 1 in the morning yesterday.
Yeah, yeah. So it's been a long day, but man, when they turn that thing on, guys, we have 3 of those portable air conditions that actually has a hose to blow the hot air out. You know, so we have one in each corner, 3 in each of the 3 corners of the church. But this, oh man, when they turned it on, it was colder in the sanctuary than the lobby. And those of you that have been to House of Rest know what the lobby feels like when the air is on.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It was good.
Yeah, so thank God, man. Everybody at House of Rest, that's something we all did. Plus the owner. The owner paid $2,000 of it.
Yeah.
You know, God bless his heart.
And everybody else,
Yeah.
everybody else, you guys all pitched in and you guys made this happen. So, you know, this is our church. This is collectively, this is your church, our church. This is all of ours together.
You know what's crazy though, as I can say, is that knowing there's no air conditioning there, we've been packed out every Sunday. What does that say? I sure know you weren't coming because of cool air. You know, and that speaks volumes, guys. That speaks
and you
volumes.
left smelly and sweaty.
That speaks volumes about our church family.
Yeah.
That they could go to any other church that has central air and central heat, and you guys would come in just to hear this crazy man preach. You know, and it was hot. So now God's like, I'm going to bless you. Now we're going to have some air conditioning. So thank God.
You guys are cool,
I'm
man. You guys are so cool for toughing it out with us all this time, man. You guys are so awesome.
So it's going to get so cold, I'm going to preach in a chinchilla jacket. What's a chinchilla
jacket? What's a chinchilla jacket?
I don't know.
Why did you say that? Why did you say that?
I think I heard Puff Daddy say that or something before.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What is it?
Chinchilla? I don't know. That's the first thing that popped in my... I was trying to think of something warm.
Chinchilla? Chinchilla?
Maybe.
There's chinchilla. Now what's chinchilla? Ew! Are you serious? It looks like a rat.
Put jacket.
Chinchilla jacket price. Oh my God! It's $23,000.
Oh yeah, maybe I won't be. Put images. Go to images.
Okay, images.
Let's see what I'm talking about. Go up, please. That's a woman.
That's a man.
Oh, look at that.
Hold on. Let me put the picture. That one's from Wish, though. Let's
scroll up. Scroll up. We're taking a little time already.
Okay. There. Let's put that one. Okay, guys. You guys want to see what a chinchilla jacket is? That's what your pastor wants to wear.
No, I didn't know what a chinchilla jacket was. It sounded funny.
Go. Oh my God. That's what he wants to wear, guys.
I don't want to wear that.
Chinchilla.
So anyways, guys, we'll end it with that. And I was just trying to make a point that it felt nice and cool.
But this is what a chinchilla is, though.
What is that? Like a giant half rabbit?
I don't know. Look at, guys. That's what a chinchilla is. It looks weird. It looks like a rat. It's gross.
I'm gonna get a chinchilla tie. Can you that'd be weird, huh?
Yes. He's weird, guys.
All right, guys. Tonight, Bible study, mark it, do something. You guys don't even know about the number, do you?
What number?
The number to get on the list. That way they get notifications, personal notifications.
You haven't given it in a long time.
A long time. And I don't even remember it. I don't remember it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm going to look it up and I'm going to put it under the screen.
Oh, God.
So, guys, whatever number you see right here, text HORC to that number, and it's going to send you a link and fill out that link. Here's why you want to do it. Because every Wednesday and every Sunday morning, you will get a text that's personalized from me, and it'll say something like...
You want to see what it says?
It'll say, hey, so-and-so, just want to remind you, friendly reminder, we have a service that's about to start in a few minutes, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, whatever I type. I actually...
It says, hello, Sharon. We didn't get a chance to remind you about this morning's service. In case you missed it, here's the link.
I say it like that?
Yes, and the number is 209-400-9725.
Oh, yeah.
Can I say it again, guys? Thank you.
Text.
Don't yell at me. 209-400-9725.
Yeah. Text HORC. HORC to that number. And what happens is it's going to send you a link. Fill that link out. It's going to ask for your phone number, obviously, so I can text you, and for your email. And you'll get an email notification, and you will get a text notification reminding you for
about Bible study
and Sunday. I promise you will not get bothered anything besides that, because
for honestly, Wednesday it just says about to begin Bible study right now. Hope you can join us.
Yeah, that's all it says.
Yeah,
just a little reminder. I'm not going to bother you besides that, because honestly, after I send so many out in a week, I get charged for it. So trust me, I'm not going to send a whole mass text to people. It's just a reminder for Wednesday and a reminder for Sunday morning.
Yep.
So,
that's it.
All right, guys. God bless you, and
bye, guys.
See you tonight for Bible study.
Yes. Bye, guys. We love you guys. Enjoy your coffee.